is CEMTV. Reliable news and entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good rainy, cold, wet afternoon to you if you're within the city of Port Harcourt, and welcome to Jolly Life here on CEMTV. I am Emmanuel Tamino Tenari, but you can call me Tammy for short. Today we have a lot to talk about. The matter, just know that we're going to be looking at some tears, tasting some tears, and commenting on some tears today. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it is a wet afternoon, and it was perfectly predicted by the weather oracle who is here with us today, Vera Philip. You know, the rains have been giving me joy, and you know, I was like, I should go and hail the weather oracle, but I was like, no, you know, she expected it. So going to hail her that she said rain is going to fall and it's falling, you know, it's, you know, counterproductive in a sense. I was like, you had already said it will happen and it has happened.
Yeah. To me, I think that there's something in this weather, something in the air actually, because it just makes it very sleepy. Like, it just makes the day dull. I'm never gonna lie. However,
that's pretty much what rain does.
It shouldn't. There's some rain that come, of course, you get hyper. You still have to do what you have to do. This one hasn't given any break. If you're in Port Harcourt City, you understand what I mean. However, it's doing its job, right? So I cannot limit myself because the rain seems to be having some adrenaline in the air. You know,
the rain is feeling itself.
No, the rain has to do what it has to do, and I have to do what I have to do. And as I'm motivating myself like that, I also hope that wherever it is that you are experiencing the rain, you do not make excuses because the rain is doing its job. You go ahead to do what you want to do or what you have to do without making excuses about the rain. And as we start off with that, we're also saying welcome to Jolly Life. Of course, this is where we raise your spirit, have great conversations, of course, and you can also put in your 2 cents or even 1 cent to the conversation as well. My name is Vera Philip. Of course, I'm here for Jolly Life. Thank you.
Well, Vera said 2 cents. As far as I'm concerned, it's 100 naira. We know they use cents for this place. If I mention Kubu now,
much as you can add as much.
You can put your 100 naira or 200 naira.
If you want to put 2 million, 2 billion, whatever you want to, any amount you want to put inside, we'll collect it. That's our job here. Collect and give our own.
Exactly. We'll collect and give our own. So before we bring you what we're talking about today, we're going to go on a very short break. We'll play you some wonderful songs, and when we come back, we'll address what's going on today. So if you're looking forward to what I said earlier, we're going to be talking about some sweet tears. I know some of you is when you see somebody crying that used to give you joy. Wait to be the banter talk today. Don't worry, the banter today is somebody's tears. So if you want to know what happened, stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Jolly Life will be right back.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.
Voice of the people, stories that matter.
Oh wow!
Truth in every moment, now and forever. Across every border, across every land, we form, we empower, together we stand. From Africa to the world, connecting every voice.
What's on your mind today? The goal by Victor Osimhen was amazing.
The economy. Isn't that what's on everybody's mind?
I would like to see more women in positions of authority.
If you heard and saw it from CEMTV, you can take it to the bank. CEMTV, your reliable source of news, information, and entertainment.
This is CEMTV. Reliable news and entertainment.
The song we played for you is With You by Davido. One part of that song that, if you're in my house and you know we have a full home at that point in time and that song is playing, everyone might be quiet, you know. My siblings might be quiet, but once it gets to the part where Davido says Sweet Fanta Diallo, everyone will say it at the exact same time. There's always that part of a single song that is extremely famous, and in my house, you know, Vera, it's that part. They can be quiet, they're not saying anything, but once it comes to Sweet Fanta Diallo, I don't feel forget you. Hey, Bezina, uzobu, uzobu. Once that part has finished, everywhere is quiet again. But they must scream out that
There's
part.
always that chorus in every song that people know, and then the part that people have no idea about.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's even like when you get to, there is one of Adekunle Gold's music that I just realized that I've been singing the wrong thing all along.
Okay.
Until one day when I can't remember that song. I wish I could, you know. Until recent, when the song was, he performed the song live in a concert of recent, and then it came with subtitles, and I was like, oh wait, hold up, what have I been saying? You know, so it's quite normal. It doesn't stop you from experiencing the music or loving it. And this one by Davido, of course we know it is one to definitely sing along to and have fun while it's playing.
Exactly, very fun song by Davido. So I'm sure you've waited to see the tears and the crying we were talking about today, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So a lady went online and she was crying, lamenting, and talking about how her boyfriend broke her heart. Now, how did her boyfriend break her heart? She's been with this guy, and she decided to travel to Ibadan to surprise him. You know, surprise visit, surprise, you know. And when she got to his house, she saw another lady in his house. And she asked him, who is this lady? And he did not respond. So she said she did not even wait for him to say anything, and she left. You know what? Here's the video of her crying and explaining the situation.
So, I got back from Ibadan, I think 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I went to see my man, because it was a surprise visit, right? I got to his place, I knocked on the door, he came out. There was a girl inside the house. How is there a girl inside your house? He didn't say anything. Obviously, you know what that means. He's been cheating on me. I was so devastated. I left. He tried to explain, but there's no way I was going to listen to whatever he has to say. I went to the airport. I was crying. I didn't even understand how I was feeling. It was terrible. So a man met me because we were boarding. And he asked me that why am I crying? That he has been looking at me since that I've been crying. And I'm like, I came to Ibadan to find the love of my life. I came to Ibadan to find love. And he shouted. He looked at me and said, what? That they don't find love in Ibadan. That the only thing they do in Ibadan is strictly Amala. He said, when you come to Ibadan, just eat Amala and go. Just eat Amala and leave. That's finish. Finish.
Just eat Amala and go. Just eat Amala and leave. Finish. You cannot find true love in Ibadan. When she said that, I kind of felt bad for everyone in Ibadan that found true love, those that found the love of their life in Ibadan, those that got married in Ibadan, and those people that are dating their current partner that is from Ibadan. And I'm like, Well, your experience, I don't think one experience should sum up, the entirety of a place. What do you think, Vera? Because these things are stereotypes. Do you
Yeah,
think
that
people
exists
should
in
make their
places.
decision based on stereotypes?
Yeah.
Because this one is a funny stereotype. You don't go to Ibadan to find true love, you go there to find Amala. So,
You see, this stereotype thing, I can't even say that, especially when it comes to love. I can't even say that I'm not guilty, right?
Okay.
And the thing is that sometimes you also experience a certain type of people too many times, and you just be like, nah, there's no way. These people have to be this certain way, or I'm most definitely this kind of way.
Okay.
So I understand. However, when it comes to this particular video, I want to believe it is a full-time skit, because
A
best
full-time
believe,
skit?
yes. Best believe that somebody saw you at the airport as you are crying over a breakup and told you only come to Ibadan to, to eat Amala and go. Abba now. I mean, people get married in Ibadan. People are loving each
no,
other in Ibadan.
I don't think, because are you seeing
Or maybe
situations
it was
of...
just a sarcastic way of, consoling you.
Yes,
while
I mean, come
you
on
were
now. It's
actress
Nigerians
happy.
we are talking about.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not surprised that. Look, even when I have been in a situation where a friend of mine, her phone got stolen, and it got stolen around the education bridge. After when you come down from education bridge, as
Yeah.
if you're heading towards car wash. It was on that bridge. Her phone got stolen. And when she was crying, complaining, my phone, my very expensive phone, and I was like, are you okay? How did it get stolen in that place to begin with? And the first thing she said was she was using the phone. And I looked at her and I told her, what was so important that you were in the night, you were holding such an expensive phone and you were sitting close to the window? What was so important? She was like, well, she needed to check this, da. I said, okay, now too, somebody else took your phone and they wanted to check something with it. And unfortunately, they ran away with it. So, like, consoling someone with sarcasm, it's something everyone has done.
I thought we also agreed that in 2026 we are not doing that surprise for anyone. I thought we agreed we are not doing. I was still doing that. I was still in that memo. I thought we left
Nah,
that
don't surprise her.
hey, because we're talking about relationship now, and we're also talking about how things like this have happened. I don't think this is the first time we're talking about surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely
another
going
lady
to- yeah.
did something like that, but the difference is the other lady, her boyfriend had warned her several times that, look, don't come to my house without telling me prior. Inform me beforehand before you come to my place. But in this one, there was no such arrangement. There was no agreement, and it was just like, I just feel like it. Like, this is my man. This is the love of my life. Let me go and visit him. And you did not call prior. You did not reach out to say, okay, I'm coming. I'm showing up, and so on and so forth. And you saw what you did not expect. So, honestly speaking, I don't know where the idea of let me come and surprise you, let me come to your place unexpectedly, I don't know where that idea was romanticized.
No, it
because-
is actually a romance gesture. Let's be honest.
No, because think of it this way. So, okay, if you put yourself in the shoes of, anyone that has been in this situation, like the previous man that says he doesn't like being surprised, so if you're coming, let him know beforehand. And this one that they did not have such arrangement, but she came as a surprise, and she saw something that collapsed their relationship. If you are put in this situation and you're enjoying your personal time, let's say it's that one time in the weekend where you don't go to work, you don't do anything, you are absolutely free, and then you're enjoying your free time, and then all of a sudden your partner comes in and it's like, oh wow, and then you did not expect it. Are you telling me that regardless of the situation, regardless of the stress you've been through, regardless of everything that has happened, you will 100% accept that person with open arms?
Okay, so let me start with the fact that when you are in a distant relationship, which obviously seems to be what it is that she is in, you most definitely will have times when you're missing your partners.
Okay.
And I want to believe you communicate that. Like, oh, I miss you, I wish you were here, I wish you were here. Maybe you've heard so much of that from your partner. Oh, I really miss you, I wish you could be together right now. and take it upon yourself, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to surprise you since you really want to see me. That level of surprise is very much accepted, especially as a romantic gesture, because this person obviously wants to see you, they miss you, you know, and they have been vocal about it. And to them, they probably think there's no possibility of you guys seeing at the moment, but you making out a possibility out of what they think is impossible at that time, you know, actually is a romantic gesture, a grand romantic gesture, if I must be honest. As I'm saying that, I'm imagining my partner doing that to me. I would really love it. However, there are also, how would I call it, the considerable aspect as well, where you actually just from nowhere, no conversation, nothing, you know, you're invading your partner's, you know, or privacy in the name of surprise. Now that could happen in a way, maybe your partner is telling you that, oh, this period like this I want to be alone, or there's an entirely total different conversation that's going on, not a conversation of, oh, I want you here, I wish you could be here. There's no conversation like that. Maybe a conversation of, oh, now I want to work, or this season I'm doing this, and your partner has stated that clearly that, oh, look, I do not want this right now, and then you go ahead to surprise them. Now that is you invading your partner's privacy, because at this point they have been very strict. They've run a strict program across with you, like they do want to be on their own, or that they're doing something now that can't entertain you, but you bring yourself in those cases. I can't say it is a romantic gesture. There's also the third part where your partner is irritated by you or probably doesn't even want to see your life, you know? And then you come and do surprise, and they're like, what are you doing here, brah? What are you doing, you know? And stuff like that. So they're different, but the very first one example I gave is the grand romantic gesture, and I want to believe exactly what she went there to do in this particular scene. And going there and finding your boyfriend with another girl, I think it's a common thing that we have, you know, we now experience, especially in the dating pool in Nigeria at the moment, you know, having to, they say when you're in a distant relationship, you have to have a backup plan, but I don't subscribe to that. I do believe that if you're in a relationship, you trust. If you get hurt, you get hurt. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. In this case, I'm just going to say that, okay, like, let's be careful. I can't even say that you shouldn't have gone to visit, because at the end of the day, it does you more good than harm. Because now you realize that, oh, I'm not the only one in the picture, or, you know, he doesn't mean the things that he says to me. And that is your ticket to walk away from that relationship, if at all you want to walk away. But that's your ticket to walk away from that relationship. However, you know, sometimes it's okay to not go and see that thing you want to see. It's okay to not go and see that thing that you want to see, you know. It's okay to just enjoy the relationship. Like, some people used to say, like, don't go and open canker worms that you will not be able to handle, like, you know that this thing is possibly happening, and then you want to go and try yourself. You want to go and gain evidence that this thing is happening, so that when you now gain the evidence, what will not happen? You now walk away from the relationship. You know, some people run such program. At the end of the day, it is important that you know that in every relationship you could get hurt, right? There's every possibility that you will get hurt. You just do not have to have a backup plan in getting hurt. You have to, like, should I say, trust the process or trust the person, and also be at alert on when it is that you should leave the relationship. I don't think you have to endure so much rubbish to live a relationship. Once you begin to see things that make you cry, things that make you sad, things that constantly make you unhappy, which is, in my opinion, opposite of what a relationship should be. A relationship should make your life easier. A relationship should be like home to you. A relationship should feel like, you know, your escape from the world. So if it's not feeling that way, especially if you have more down times than up times in that relationship, actions that make you cry, actions that put you in a spot that you don't like, please walk away. Okay, it is okay. I think science have also predicted that about in 2000, I can't remember, I can't get that accurately, but I do know that there's some projections that in so many years to come, let's say about 100 years to come, so I'll find that out and I'll make sure that I get it correctly. We're going to have more single people, you know, that married people, coupled up people, because we're having we keep increasing in population as a world, and obviously we are no longer doing that. A lot of people are no longer doing that love thing. So let's just accept the reality of what it is. Okay, make yourself happy through other means, instead of being in a miserable place, you know, just because you want to feel among, or just because you want to be the 1% of the 1% that are in a relationship. So yeah, that would be my take anyways.
Well, there's something she said in that story that actually what's the word? it was interesting to me because there are many reasons as to why a man can have a woman in his house. Now, she did not expressly say she found them in a compromising position. She did not expressly say, I noticed this and this and this, hence why I came to the conclusion that he was cheating. What if it was just, it could have been any situation. Let me give you an example. The lady there could have been his pushy ex that he has been trying to tell, look, I am in a brand new relationship.
What was he doing? What was the pushy ex doing inside his house?
Now, that's another example I can give you, because there are other people that will be in the same situation and they don't want to be rude, because someone can come to your house and you can't just tell them, get out. Get out. Just leave. You understand what I'm saying? There are people that will tell you that, look, it doesn't matter how much this person has offended me. In that situation, I can't just tell them leave, or I can't just chase them away as it is. I would want to address the issue and end it right then and there. So it could have been a situation like that, or it could have been that it was a crazy ex that immediately she knocked and he opened door. Who is that bar? She opened door and she has sat inside.
Why are you giving a crazy ex?
No, because that's what I'm just giving an example. Like I said, there are several examples. I'm just giving an example. Which
is still a cause for her to be mad, to be angry, because what is a crazy ex doing in your house? It could be a lot of
because
things.
Remember, like she said, she did not wait for him to explain that she already came to the conclusion that he was cheating.
I'm saying that if you have a crazy ex in your house when I'm coming to visit, or a pushy,
he did not plan it. That's what I'm saying. He did not plan it.
But it doesn't mean that, it does not excuse the fact that I can't be angry. Like I always say this, the fact that
I'm not saying she can't be angry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that should she have jumped to that conclusion that this person is cheating on me, because like she said in the video, she said it in the video that she had asked him and he was silent, but the next thing, before he could say anything, she left. Those were the words she used, that before he could say anything or explain anything, she left and she was crying. So don't you think that she could have at least given him the benefit of the doubt to say, okay, do you need time to explain to me who this person is?
God.
Understand where I'm coming from.
Are we doing gentle parenting with men?
No, it's not a matter of gentle parenting. It's the communication we're talking about.
I get your point.
Because in order for me to communicate, even if I'm pissed at you, if I come to you and I'm like, Vera, this you did, why did you do that? We won't be able to communicate.
Yeah, I understand.
But if I'm pissed and I'm like, okay, Vera, look, what you've done now, I'm very upset with you, but you know what, just tell me your part of the story.
I understand that, Jigger. Now, there are different ways to have effective communication. I don't have to communicate the same way that you do, but I can still communicate effectively. Do you understand? Now, some people, and I'm saying this because it's, as in, I could use myself as an example. Some people, when you're undergoing anger management classes, right, your first expressions to things that hurt you, like what you're going to be taught, your first expressions to things that hurt you is to first walk away. Do you get? At least until you're able to master the act of not reacting out of impulse. But while attending anger management classes, you're always going to be advised to walk away, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much that person or you need clarification. Your first reaction, your first expression will be to walk away. Take some time off before listening to that expression. Now, that is for anger management classes. Some people that have it in them naturally. You are bored by something, right? There is a lady in my man's house, whether it's a pushy ex, whether it's a girl that is training herself, there is no solid explanation to how I'm coming to give you a surprise. Let's not forget that this is not just an ordinary visit I'm coming for. I'm coming with some grand gesture. I probably have a plan in my head. Oh, my man this, my man that. And I'm getting into my man's house and I'm seeing a lady already that has destabilized everything that I have come with. Now, not making excuses for her walking away, but what if that was her best approach to that situation at the time? Is it not better she walks away? it's actually really better that she walks away.
Okay.
And as you said, she already asked for an explanation and he couldn't talk at the time. So what do you want her to do? Start to be forcing a grown-ass man? Actually open your mouth. Open your mouth and start talking to me. No, because you're saying we should be gentle. She should have done gentle parenting. No. Let me tell you. Let me explain exactly what you want her to do. She'll be like, oh, don't worry, whatever. Let's say his name is John. Don't worry, John. You can talk to me. Calm down. Tell me on them. Talk to me.
That's not what I said. What is that? The conclusion, because if I were in that situation, and like you said, people are different. People will react differently. But I believe that the best form of communicating with a partner, especially someone that you know you want something to happen with, it would be, okay, you're in this situation. You've asked the question, this person cannot answer. You try not to come to... There are several factors that could lead to that result that you're seeing. So why then would you pick only one possibility? You've not seen any other proof. You've not seen, okay, if you caught them in a compromising situation, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you walked in and you saw them making out, or you saw him or saw her in his arms, or you saw her on top of him, or something. That would have been a more concrete, evidence as to, okay, there is no doubt about it. Like if you're in this position, it's like a math equation.
So what cut his tongue that he couldn't explain? Oh, babes, it's not what you think. At least,
because keep in mind, like she said, she was already upset and crying. Once you see somebody, like, let me give you an example.
Let me also give you an example. Hold on, before
you want to example my example before I example my example?
Temi Otodola and Mr. Easy, right? Mr. Easy, of course, is an artist that works with vixens. I remember one interview where Mr. Easy said he went on a set and there were vixens on the set. You know how vixens would
that exactly, they're hot looking and
then as soon as he went home, the first thing as Temi just opened the door was, I did not do anything. You get, because you know that these actions, I'm innocent, right? But it's not going to look that way. It doesn't look that way right now.
But then don't you think someone that is guilty would say the exact same thing?
Well, at least give the person the opportunity to believe that this thing is not true.
Okay.
I'm not saying lie. Of course, in that case, I'm not going to make excuse for someone who is going to lie. Now, if something really happened and you come and say, oh, I'm guilty, that's you lying. I can't make excuse for you lying. But in a case where it looks like something happened and you know within yourself that nothing happened, right? Now, something looking like something happened actually can make someone sad. They don't know the full story. They see a pattern. They see something that looks like, oh, something happened, right? It is in your place now. Who didn't make anything happen to be like, oh, nothing happened? Like, you need to explain to your partner to get trust from your partner. You can't say because nothing happened, I'm going to just let it be. If you like, you believe me. If you like, don't believe me. No, you have to convince your partner.
You know that for people that are actually confident about the truth, those are the people that are more likely to want to say, you know what, I don't really care if you believe me or not. You know that. Now understand what I'm saying. Understand where I'm coming from. If someone is lying, they would need to put in more effort to convince you to believe that lie.
Well,
wait. Just understand. If someone wants to lie to you, they will want to convince you. They will put in more effort to give you this and that and this and that and this and that. But for someone that they already know the fact of the matter, if they want to explain it to you, but they can already see that you have come to a conclusion, that once someone addresses you in a certain way, you already know that there's no point. Even when you're dealing with parents, sometimes there are certain questions your parents will ask you, and there's a way your parents will ask you that question. You already know that this person has made up their mind that I am guilty.
Understood.
I am at fault. So there is nothing you can at that point in time explain to them, to tell them that, look, I am not guilty, because they will not believe you.
I understand you, and just the same way that people can take their time to react, you can take your time to tell the story as well in a relationship. That's not a problem. However, what
but this was a split-second decision. She said, immediately she asked the question, there was silence, she immediately left.
Now, with relationship, right? These are two people who have their dynamics, who have their ways of dealing with things come together to have a compromise. Okay, there is nothing wrong in two of them disagreeing at that point. There's absolutely nothing wrong in her jumping the next flight to Ibadan, back to Ibadan, you know, if that's how she feels like, you know, reacting. Of course, that's a bad situation, which can never be predicted in a relationship, but is expected. Do you understand? And also him, if he can't talk at that point because he feels like she's not going to believe anything I say, it's also okay, right? Because the relationship, we're not expecting perfections, right? We are expecting two people to understand themselves, to grow with themselves. So in that particular moment, if nothing really happened between him and this lady, it is okay for them to go the way things went. Maybe when they are both calmer, they can have a conversation, try to settle it out. Do you understand?
But then with the fact that she's already put this story out there, do you think she has it in her mind to want to have a conversation to fix
well, at the end of
now,
the day,
to that question, I would
them.
actually want to go on a short break. I want us to go on a short break. So when we come back, we'll address that, and then we'll see how we can round things up. Remember, this still is Jolly Life here on CEMTV. I remain Emmanuel Tamino Tenari, but you can call me Tammy for short. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is CEMTV. Reliable news and entertainment.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.
Voice of the people, stories that matter.
Oh wow!
Truth in every moment, now and forever. Across every border, across every land, we form, we empower, together we stand. From Africa to the world, connecting every voice.
What's on your mind today? The goal by Victor Osimhen was amazing.
The economy, isn't that what's on everybody's mind?
I would like to see more women in positions of authority. If you heard and saw it from CEMTV, you can take it to the bank. CEMTV, your reliable source of news, information, and entertainment.
This is CEMTV, reliable news and entertainment.
Worried about the state of your world? Need better and broader ideas? Stay tuned to CEMTV 24/7, always thinking possibilities. CEMTV, reliable news and entertainment.
CEMTV wakes you up, goes through with you. This is CEMTV, reliable news and entertainment.
What's on your mind today?
The goal by Victor Osimhen was amazing. The economy. Isn't that what's on everybody's mind?
I would like to see more women in positions of authority. If you heard and saw it from CEMTV, you can take it to the bank. CEMTV, your reliable source of news, information, and entertainment.
The song we played for you was Way Too Big by none other than the Shine Bobo of the Nigerian brewery, Burna Boy, the African giant. And the second song we played for you is Aye by Davido. She no one designer, she no one Ferrari. But unfortunately, the place she went to go and find true love, now Amala then say she go find there. So I don't know what to do concerning that particular story. You're still here on Jolly Live. This still is CEMTV, and I remain Emmanuel Tamino Tenari, but you can call me Tammy for short. You may just be tuning in and you don't know what we're talking about. There's a video of a girl crying online saying how she tried to surprise her boyfriend, but it turns out she saw another girl in his house. Here's that video.
Ago, if I'm not mistaken. So I got back from Ibadan, I think 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I went to see my man because it was a surprise visit, right? I got to his place, I knocked on the door, he came out. There was a girl inside the house. How is there a girl inside your house? He didn't say anything. Obviously, you know what that means. He's been cheating on me. I was so devastated. I left. He tried to explain, but there's no way I was going to listen to whatever he has to say. I went to the airport. I was crying. I didn't even understand how I was feeling. It was terrible. So Iman met me because we were boarding. And he asked me that why am I crying? That he has been looking at me since that I've been crying. And I'm like, I came to Ibadan to find the love of my life. I came to Ibadan to find love. And he shouted. He looked at me and said, what? That they don't find love in Ibadan. That the only thing they do in Ibadan is strictly Amala. He said, when you come to Ibadan, just eat Amala and go. Just eat Amala and leave.
You know, the reason I'm not laughing at her pain, you know, so you don't think I'm insensitive. I've been laughing because those in the back room have been they've been saying some funny things, and some of what they're saying actually makes some sense. And they're like, her traveling to surprise her boyfriend, why would she go that far? Why would she want to do this? Why would she want to do that? And at the same time, if you look at it on the flip side, for the romantics, they're like, why wouldn't she want to do that? Why would she not want to surprise her boyfriend? Why would she not want to meet the man that she has considered the love of her life? And before we went on a break, I had asked Vera a question, and we'll come back to that, and of course we'll round up. But then let me ask another one. Vera, do you think people, when they're looking for a partner, they should take stereotypes into account? Because the fact that the man told her that, why would you go to Ibadan to look for love? You should just go there to look for good Amala. Once you've eaten Amala, there's nothing else you should look for in Ibadan. That is a stereotype. So do you think when people, and now unfortunately she has fallen victim, so she would then believe that stereotype that after I dated someone in Ibadan, I dated someone from Oyo State, and my heart was broken. I fell in love with a Yoruba demon, as they would say. So perhaps I should have taken that into account. Do you think that people that want to date should take it into account? Oh, Port Harcourt boys are this, or Lagos boys are this, or Ibadan men, or more, not even near them to begin with. Do you think people should take stereotypes into account?
No, I don't think people should
Okay,
take
why
stereotype
not?
into account, because of course we are trying to kill stereotype. You know, I wouldn't want you to say, oh, because I'm from Akwa Ibom, you know, I might not be able. What's that stereotype they have about Akwa Ibom people again? Because I'm from Akwa Ibom, oh, I'll not be able to. Whatever I think you think. You know,
I mean, the fact that you don't even say Yongshan to begin with already breaks the stereotype.
No. You see the problem? The fact, no, you shouldn't have. They are trying to kill stereotype because they affected a lot of people in ways it shouldn't. But then I would say notice patterns.
Okay.
Yes, take note of patterns. If you're seeing things that. It's as if this person chuchu na you bad demon no. Run no. Pack your shoes and what? Run. But then do not stereotype people when you meet them. Give them chances, opportunities, and you know, get to notice patterns. Be careful and don't stereotype anybody. Don't just already how do I call it, close the chapter on someone because you think, oh, because this person is from this place they are like that. No, they are not. There are people who are not like that, and I also always say that when people become adults, to choose who they become, right? So you can't say that a whole grown adult is acting like a certain type of person when he can be his own person. When he has brains, he has thought process,
he has his own personality.
Has his own personality. So no, we shouldn't do that. We should make our minds open, or we should open up our minds more to the possibility of people knowing themselves and being a better version of themselves. Yes.
Well, Vera has said it. Don't follow the stereotype. But at the same time, if you date somebody in Ibadan, remember, or you're
that's you trying to put stereotype.
No, it's not a stereotype. I just thought it was fun, you know, Ibadan or your state and all of that. But take it the way you want to take it, Sha. That's the most we can take on Jolly Live here on CEMTV. I do hope you enjoyed yourself, because I know I did. If you perhaps missed this episode and you want to see a recap, you want to watch the episode in full, you can see that on our YouTube channel at CEMTVPLUS. And of course, you may see snippets on other social media platforms where you can find us still at CEMTVPLUS, Instagram, X, Facebook, and of course, you can reach out to us via any of our lines, which will be shown on your screen. I am Emmanuel Taminot Tenari. You can call me Tammy for short. And with this, I bid you adieu. Stay tuned to CEMTV. Don't change that channel.